Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Kush. I think we're live everywhere. I have a feeling, I have a premonition that we are live everywhere. Unfortunately, I'm going to have a little echo in my face today, but we're going to deal with the echo at some other point because the main focus today is that we're live everywhere. So welcome everybody to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. We are here on a Saturday, our big day, our experiment day, to sort of deal with this. I was going to say mess, but this is not a mess. This is BG Reynolds. BG Reynolds, of course, very tiki. These are all different blends or different syrups that go into tiki drinks. This will be, as it turns out, I have checked the files. I've looked through them, and this will be my first experiment ever with BG Reynolds. So I figured what better way to do it than do it exactly like they say I should do it, which is using these guys. Let's go right over here. These guys right here. These are the recipes that they suggest. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make those recipes. That's it. That's what we're up to. All right. Let me say hello before we get too deep into it to the whole crew. I have fixed it. So now I can see everybody's messages all the way through except for Instagram. So if you're watching me on Instagram, the person that's watching me on Instagram, thank you for watching me. I can't see your messages on Instagram. So you got to come over to YouTube or Twitch or Kick and watch me over there. But these people that are watching me over on YouTube, let me say hello to them. First of all, Tiki Tom Hubbard. Let's all do a little dirge for him. He's out sipping bourbon for charity. I wish that was just something you could do willy-nilly. No organization. I feel like I could save like 2 or 3 small countries. Not bourbon. But if just drinking rum, every time you drank rum, it went cha-ching in someone's bank account, somebody would be very rich. That would be a fun. We should. How do we do that? Anybody know anything about charity? I know very little. Let me say hello to one of the Du Bois. A Du Bois is here. That's Scotty. Scotty Du Bois is here. This is Bon Bon. Bon Bon is the reason for the season here of these delicious drinks that we're making today. Bon Bon sent me a bunch of BG Reynolds. Thanks, Bon Bon. This is going to be a ton of fun. Let me say hello to Davey Virtue, our 2,000 subscriber. We are now at 2,100 and still 25. We have not raised this week. This week has been a slow growth week, but that's okay. We've grown before, and we will grow again. Let me say hello to our good friend Moose. Moose is here. Moose, we are drinking. You asking me what I'm drinking? Moose, I'm drinking things from BG Reynolds. BG Reynolds. Got to stop saying BG Reynolds. BG Reynolds. I've invited BG Reynolds to show up in the chat as well. I did it like 2 hours ago, so I don't think they're going to make it. But either way, if you guys do see BG Reynolds or a person named Blair show up, please tell them I say hi. Bon Bon says, tell Jan my sourdough is rising. We have some of Bon Bon's sourdough in our kitchen. We have not used it to make sourdough yet, but we will eventually. Shawnee Panda Baker. Did we already say it's on Shawnee Panda Baker? That's good. Oh, there it is. Good evening. Good to see you, pal. DC Debbie Clark is here and ready to go. She's the winner of the 2023 Kush Tucky Derby. We love that. Here is Abry. Abry has her own little sound effects. I got to remember where it goes. Dang. Oh, no, that's not it. It is, it's the kicks. There we go. Good to see you. Glenn Cushman says, evening all. Evening to you as well, Pop. He has one.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Thanks for the $1 million to get this bar on the road. Paul says, wow, these could be interesting. Yeah, I think these could be interesting. These could go one of two ways. Now, I, again, don't know anything about BG Reynolds. I looked up a lot about him in the past couple days. A guy named Blair. Looked up a lot about him, so we'll talk a little bit about Blair and, you know, what he's up to. But it could be that these are delicious tiki mixers. And it could be that they are, you know, just super sweet. I don't know. Let me say hello to my brother Grant, who I'm seeing not this weekend, but next weekend for a big party in celebration of him. He's hoping this Saturday is a wet one. If not this Saturday, then 2 Saturdays from now will certainly be as moist as it gets. Bon wants to know, we're going to talk about Thatch. We will talk about Thatch for a moment. We'll talk about Thatch for a moment. But more importantly, we're going to talk about Hele Pele. Bon, if you have more to say about Thatch, then you let us know. I don't know much about Thatch, but I know about Hele Pele. Grant says that sounds like a threat. It is a threat. The only way that I speak with my youngest brother is through threats. We even when we text cutouts of magazines. It's very odd. The UF Marker Resident Gator. Ooh, I bet the Resident Gator was happy today. I watched that University of Florida. Number 10 gets taken out by Georgia Tech. The Yellow Jackets strike again. Oh, I love to see anybody less lower ranked or higher ranked than USC lose. That's my favorite thing there is. David Virtue, I've enjoyed the BG circles, the syrups. The passion fruit syrup is delicious. Love that. And let me say hello to Bootopia. Is this live or Memorex? It's going to be tough. Let me just say real quick. It's going to be tough for Bootopia to know, because every time Bootopia shows up, he does ask this question. So eventually he will ask that question, and I will say it's live, but it will be taped. But for this one right now, Bootopia, we are taped. Joel Vasquez, 3 Mai Tais deep. Love that, Joel. Good for you. Honestly, hang out. Well, I mean, what are you going to go drive somewhere? Hang out at the bar then. Good to see you, Joel. My father is correcting me saying Florida State. Yes, I know that it is the Florida State Seminoles that lost today to the Georgia Yellow Jackets, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. I'm saying that UF Mark, who's a University of Florida Gator, I assume the way that I feel about UCLA, I assume he feels about Florida State. My 2 favorite teams, of course, are always the USC Trojans and whoever's playing the Bruins. And a little bit, and I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody that's living in Indiana, Tiki Tom, who's not watching, whoever's playing those Irish people. Okay. Well, yes, perfect. Davey Virtue says FSU sucks. FSU, it turns out, did suck a little today. They did suck a little bit today. They sucked out loud a little bit today. Okay, let's get it. We don't. This is not a football show. This is just because football season started, and I am so excited that football season has started. And next week we will, of course, have our annual football show. That's not today, guys. Even though we're in week 0, week 0 is not week 1. We are instead going to get into these guys. These right here are our BG Reynolds Syrups. Now, a lot of syrups in the world. There are lots and lots of syrups in the world. And it's always fun to see bartenders sort of, leave the bar. All right. A lot of us, as a bartender myself, for many, many years, 17-ish years, I think I was behind a bar. There are 2 ways that bartenders leave the bar: real estate or opening up some sort of side business bar related. All right. Those are the 2 ways. I think real estate would have been a smart choice, but very difficult to do a show like this with real estate. And one of the ways that a lot of these bartenders end up leaving the bar is by creating something like this. They take all of their years of experience. It doesn't translate to a lot of it. It's not like you can now go into an office job. The office, you get into the thing, you're in some sort of big meeting, long boardroom, and somebody says, hey, what are we going to do about the financials? And you say something like, if you take mint and you slap it on your hand, you're going to get all the aroma from the mint. That doesn't help anybody. Doesn't help anybody. So instead, a lot of great bartenders instead turn their attention to things like this. I know the boys at Liquid Alchemist, that's kind of what they were up to. I know a lot of the guys that, ended up going and working for liquor companies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not many of them decided to open up a bar where you don't get paid any money on the internet. And I don't know why. It doesn't, this seems like a winning venture. I'm only 4 years in, and I'm thousands of dollars in debt. So we could have done one of the other things. We didn't. Anyway, this is created by a guy named Blair. Blair Reynolds. He's the B. I imagine his middle name is something in the vicinity of a Greg, a Grant, a Glenn, a Grog, a Galoop. Something like that. BG Reynolds. He was working at some bars, et cetera, and then he was the story on their website says something like, he was there talking to somebody, and talking to a bartender. Bartender said, "Oh, it's so hard. Oh, it's so hard. I want to make fresh syrups all the time, but it's so time consuming." BG said, "Hey, I got you covered, pal." Created a BG Reynolds. Now from here, he went on to from the ashes of a bar, which I think has the coolest. This might be the coolest tiki bar name of all time. I'm sad that it's not there anymore. Thatch. I think Thatch is a cool name. It's thatched roof. It gives you the appearance of a tiki bar. He then is now a co-owner of the bar that used to be there called, maybe the bar didn't used to be there. It doesn't matter. He took from the ashes of Thatch. He went in and he created the Hele Pele, Portland's a great tiki bar. That's all we're going to get into about Blair, because beyond that, I'm just going to be making it up. But what I want to do instead is we're going to get into these recipes right here. On the back of these bottles, this is how Blair G. Reynolds has decided we should use these cocktails. We're going to be making a drink called the Tabu Kapu. We're making a drink called the Gold Coast right there. We're going to be making a drink now. I don't know if you guys have heard of this drink. Kind of an underground tiki drink. A Mai Tai. Pretty fun. And then we're going to be taking this guy. Now, this one is the one I think I'm most excited about. It's hard to see. Let's just move this so we get some good lighting. There we go. This is called Beachcombers Punch. We only need 3 ingredients, and one of them is this. So that's what we're up to. After that, we're basically going to be kind of judging the drinks. We're going to see what BG Reynolds has to offer. Is it worth us going out and buying BG Reynolds? Of course, we could all make this stuff at home. I sort of, teach you guys how to make a lot of this stuff at home. Can you make it at home? You can. But sometimes it's just so much easier not to make it at home. And we're going to see if BG has solved this problem. Blair. We're going to open this guy up. We're going to start with the Mai Tai. I feel like that's a pretty good indication of how we're going to do with this. I'll read you guys the ingredients of the Mai Tai. It says water, mostly water. You guys, whatever order this goes in, that's what it. That's the order of how much percentage each thing is. It's water, cane sugar, orange juice. There's orange flavor in a Mai Tai. That's great. Lime juice. That's pretty good. Almonds, almond extract. So we're hitting it pretty hard with the Orgeat as well. Xanthan gum. I don't know what xanthan gum tastes like. I assume it's a thickener. And then citric acid. And then it warns under here. It does warn us. So in case you didn't believe them earlier, it does warn that it does contain almonds. It also said that it contained almonds. So it contains almonds and it has almonds. We're going to go ahead and open this guy up. I'm going to say out loud, just from the smell test, getting a lot of lime. You know what? I'm getting a lot of orange too. It's very limey and orangey. All right, we're going to try and follow these ingredients to the T, because we don't want BG coming back to us later and saying, hey, You said you didn't like it, but now here you are, not making it exactly like we want it to. Just real quick, in case everybody was wondering if he would show up again. Queef Sweat showed up. So hello, Queef Sweat. Good to see you. A couple other. Oh, Loriander. Is there a Mai Tai cocktail? There is a Mai Tai cocktail. Absolutely. And Joel Vasquez has moved on to a daiquiri. I don't know if anybody was worried about what Joel Vasquez had done, but he has moved on to a daiquiri. All right. We're going to shake this one. This says really all we need is 2 ingredients. This is a 2-ingredient drink. 1 ingredient is everything in here. All that orange and almond and all that stuff. The other is an aged rum. So we're going to reach back here. We're going to find ourselves an aged rum. I have one. Turns out right here. Oh, Bonbon, I don't know if this is interesting to you at all. I did replenish your bottle of Smith & Cross. So Smith & Cross is full back here again. We will get back into Smith & Cross again soon. We need, how much? 1.5 ounces of aged rum. We will be using Kiss aged rum. Why? Because I get it for free. I love drinking free rum. We need 1.5 ounces of some aged rum. Put this back, otherwise we'll keep drinking it. And then we need 3 ounces of Mai Tai mix. Mai Tai mix. 3 ounces of this stuff. BG Reynolds, our friend Blair, good friend of the show now. I gotta get a hold of him. BG Reynolds, 3 ounces of their Mai Tai mix. That's 2. And that's 1. About the simplest Mai Tai we've ever made. Normally Mai Tai follows the Daisy category of drink. So if you don't know anything about the Mai Tai, but all you know is it's a Daisy, there's a few things you can do, right? We're going to start with usually 1.5 to 2 ounces of a liquor. You're going to put in about 3/4 of an ounce of some lime, 3/4 of an ounce of some orange liqueur. That's what the Daisy is. The Daisy is usually sweetened by an orange liqueur, sometimes other liqueurs. And then about 1/2 ounce of some other sweetener. That's how the Daisy is built. The other sweetener in this case would be Orgeat. But if you don't know anything about it, that's what we have. We're going to go ahead and throw in a bunch of ice. We're going to throw in more ice from a different angle. We're going to give this guy a big old shake. I've heard of the Tia Mia. Haven't tried it. I don't know what a Tia Mia is. I've heard of a Tia Maria. I'm curious if anyone ever made a cocktail that reversed a Mai Tai to a Thai Mai. That's a really smart idea, and we're going to try it. It's actually pretty brilliant. We're going to figure it out. Okay, we're serving this one. Serving this one in a double rocks glass. It just says pour. Don't even strain. Don't even worry about it. Just get that in there. We're going to strain a little bit because we've run out of space for ice. Right up to the top. Okay. You'll go down there. If we were doing all this stuff right, we would have gotten a little sprig of mint. We are not doing this right. In fact, we are doing this incorrectly. But we will put a little bit of a teeny tiny, it looks like a key lime almost, on here. Just going to give this a little circle. Right there, slice away, throw this in, and there we have it. The BG Reynolds Mai Tai. 2 ingredients. One of them is everything, and the other is some rum. Paul is voting stinker. Let me say hello to the Cocktail Lulu. She is hanging out with us in Minnesota. Love a Minnesota girl. Howdy to you as well, Doug. Okay. Yes, a filthy pour. It was almost too dirty. We're going to try this one out. As far as things that say Mai Tai on them, like Cutwater has their tiki Mai Tai that doesn't taste anything like a Mai Tai. Everything just puts Mai Tai on what, you know, every company just puts Mai Tai on anything anytime they just want to say this is a tiki tropical experience. This one, the ingredients seem like he at least understands what a Mai Tai is. So, and he's, you know, freaking runs Hele Pele. That's quite a thing. So we're gonna see, can you even make a decent Mai Tai from a bottle? Cheers. We're going back at this with a straw because we couldn't taste anything through our beard or our mustache and the rest of it. It's okay. I can't just at the thing for a while, but it's orangey. It really is orange. Let's see what number ingredient the orange is. I think it's high up there, right? Yes. Orange juice is the third ingredient in this. So it's water, cane sugar, then orange juice, then lime juice, almond extract, xanthan gum, and citric acid. It does taste a lot. Yeah, I did shake the bottle. Yeah, I did shake the bottle. I mean, I think I shook the bottle. Yeah, it smells the same. I shook it right before we started this thing. It's really orangey. Good news. Here's good news. Certainly not too sweet. It does not come across as a really sort of sweet mixer. I think it's going to be difficult to make anything in a bottle taste like it's fresh. But as far as any bottled Mai Tai mix, this is the best. This is the best I've ever seen. I haven't tried the Trader Vic's one. We'll go searching for the Trader Vic's one now, but I catch no almond. Almost no almond. I think they could have really... I think I could have really bumped that up. Or they could have really bumped that up, the almond. But it's fine. It's good. Mint would fix it. Thanks, Bon Bon. Mint would fix it. Yeah, give it to the orange lover. That's a really good point. Kyle, come get your drink, actually. This is, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Kyle, who loves oranges more than anything, who has missed multiple company trips to stay home with oranges, will probably love this drink. Here comes Kyle. All right, Kyle. Give that a try. Reach right in there. Yeah. Hold that. You got it? Now give that a taste. Now we're gonna need a rating. We all know Galove, Galite, Gahate. No, he's making a face, but I can't tell what the face means. It's different than his normal face. Oh, here comes the rating. Here comes the rating. That's a Galove. Wow, Kyle. Now, to be fair, we all have different taste buds, and Kyle is weird. He's almost perverted about oranges. Didn't need the rest of that. Kyle loves oranges. He's an orange pervert. I do think that if you are an orange pervert in the rest of your life, I do think that perhaps that is the way to go. It's nice. Total honest, I don't know how. I'm hopefully very soon I will get into the RTD making game for some of these companies that I'm going out there with, but I don't know why we chose orange juice instead of orange liqueur. in that, or even finding an orange extract. I think the orange juice, it makes the whole thing taste like orange juice. Let's keep going. All right. Listen, to be fair, we started with the it's great. It's great. Yeah, it's great. That is ridiculous that he tried. I mean, glove is right there. Okay. We started with the hardest one. We absolutely, there's no doubt about it. Getting a Mai Tai correct from a bottle has to be the most difficult thing. Mai Tai sort of relies on those bright limes. They, you know, even when Vic was alive, he was talking, or, you know, his daughters and whatnot, they all talked about actually keeping the limes inside so you get the oils. Finding that lime is really important. So maybe we don't judge everything by the Mai Tai, which is like a 6 from a bottle. Is pretty good. It's about a 6. Let's choose the next one. Let's keep going easy. This is the one I'm most excited about, I think. This is right here. This is the Paradise Blend. The Paradise Blend. What you can make with this is Beachcomber's Punch. Let me tell you the ingredients. For Beachcomber's Punch, it is 1.5 ounces of BG Reynolds Paradise Blend. That's this guy right here. It's 1.5 ounces of Martinique rum, and then it's 3/4 ounce of lime juice. Now, that's interesting that they wouldn't put lime juice in here when they put lime juice in the Mai Tai. Why not in the Mai Tai tell you to also put in some lime juice? It seems maybe like there's some sort of mix-up there. But we'll put our own lime juice in. We're millionaires. We can certainly afford a little lime juice. We can afford lime. We're not millionaires, but we can afford lime juice. All right, and what goes into Beachcomber's Punch? That is white grapefruit juice, water, a lot of water in here, concentrated grapefruit juice. Oh my goodness, there's so much grapefruit juice in here. Cane sugar, pink grapefruit juice. Sounds like this is grapefruit juice. Brown sugar, which is invert sugar, sugar and cane molasses, cinnamon bark, cinnamon oil, and citric acid. You know what this is? I didn't even put it together. This right here is Dawn's Mix. This is Dawn's Mix. It's grapefruit juice, and it's cinnamon. Dawn's Mix. Wow. They should. Well, I mean, I guess they should. I suppose if you put Dawn's Mix on here, nobody would know what the hell you're talking about. So they called it Paradise Punch, and from Paradise Punch, we are going to be making, I guess, a drink called the Paradise Punch. No, we're calling it, Beachcomber's Punch. That makes sense. It's Dawn's Mix. Yeah, this is Dawn the Beachcomber's Punch. That makes sense. A little sour, a little sweet, a little strong, a little weak. Yeah, that sounds okay. Oh, that smells like cinnamon, but not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Not that kind of cinnamon. It smells like potpourri cinnamon. That is something else. I guess there's cinnamon bark and cinnamon oil in here. That is intense. It's just grapefruit, cane sugar, grapefruit, brown sugar, cinnamon, and cinnamon. Wow. Let's try it. Drink the rest of this. I only have space up here for 3 shakers, so we have to reuse some shakers. Okay, the ingredients are 1.5 ounces of BG Reynolds Paradise Punch. Luckily, I have that. 1.5 ounces of BG Reynolds Paradise Punch. Can you guys tell how very thick that is? Pours thick. Kind of terrifying. And we need 1.5 ounces, so we're doing 1-to-1 Martinique rum. I had to go out and buy some Martinique rum today. Don't worry, we got it. We're using Clement. I wasn't going to buy Martinique rum. I was just going to lie to you guys about what kind of rum we needed. But then I thought, if the drink really needs like a kick of rum, we're going to need that Martinique. So a Martinique rum, of course, coming out of the French islands. It tastes like grass and burnt tires and all that. It's a very earthy stuff. We're going to go ahead and put in 1.5 ounces of some Martinique rum. And I guess we're also putting in lime. They have the technology to put lime in here, and yet they don't want to. I would love to talk to them about why they didn't do that. They said they put some citric acid, but I assume it's the same reason that they didn't put lime in the or that that there was an issue with lime in the Mai Tai, because of course lime's got to be pretty fresh. We're gonna squeeze in 3/4 ounce, 3/4 ounce of lime. Normally we squeeze all of our limes by hand, but not today, folks. We're gonna squeeze them by squeezer. We're so close. Do you think we can squeeze a little bit more blood out of this stone? Oh yeah. Excellent. There we go. Okay, 3/4 ounce of some lime juice. Look at that full bottle. I know. What am I? I'm some sort of billionaire, but I don't have to worry about money for the rest of my life. I'm worried about capital gains taxes. All of a sudden, I'm using full bottles. I don't know who I am. I look at myself not in the mirror anymore, but certainly when I see myself on the screen, and I think in a very sad, low voice, "Who am I? Who am I?" It's very existential. But now that I have full bottles of things, I'm a different kind of guy. Lots of ice. That'll never change. I don't care how many full bottles I have. We're always going to put in lots of ice. Joel Vasquez doesn't even know who I am anymore. Sad day. When we all sell out eventually. Okay, give this a shake. Ah! This is another double old fashioned. Luckily, we have those. Whoa. It smells like cinnamon potpourri. That's what it smells like. I just caught a big old whiff. We're gonna see how we do. Right there. Bonbon saying dilution might be an important part of this one. Yes. Dilution might be an important part of this one. Absolutely. There should be garnish with this one. The heck even is this? Wow. Okay. Let me say, because I don't have anything to compare it against other than a basically like a daiquiri made with Dawn's mix. Is that what we're saying is the punch? I don't have anything to compare the Paradise Blends Beachcombers punch to it. I never had a Beachcombers punch before, so I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. It should, in my opinion, it should taste like this. This, I feel like this one deserves a little spin. This right here is freaking delicious. And there it goes. Slowly spinning. Like sand through the hourglass, so spin the drinks of our lives. I think it's weird that the show is getting more and more silent. Okay. Yes. Nice straw, boss. Thanks, Bon Bon. This is also a gift from Bon Bon. Basically, this whole bar was a gift from Bon Bon at this point. We're gonna have to change it to my Bon Bon.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Bon Bon gave me a small loan of $1 million. Is it good? It is good. This is really good, as a matter of fact. This coming out of a bottle for a tiki drink that has some depth, that has some interest. I mean, if you poured this for me, at a bar, you like went to the back while we were talking. I was talking to the dude next to me about what do I talk about at bars? I talk about Game of Thrones. Talk a lot about Game of Thrones. Kurt Vonnegut. I talk about a lot about Kurt Vonnegut. Building my own computers. I talk about that a lot. Either way, I'm talking to Kurt Vonnegut's nephew about building my own computers to watch Game of Thrones. And then you go to the back, and in the back, you take some Martinique rum and a little bit of this BG Reynolds Paradise Blend, and you pour them 1-to-1 and squeeze a little lime in there. You hand it to me. I am not going to be able to tell you that this is from a bottle. This is delicious. This is the best one so far. Oh, it's also called a lost flavor. A lost flavor because, of course, what is this? It's Dawn's Mix. That's kind of fun. Boy, this is great. This is we're gonna work with this one a lot. Beachcomber's Punch. Out of a possible 10 score. 8.5. It's 8.5. Super easy. Incredibly simple. Bootopia wants to know how much this stuff is a bottle. You're gonna have to ask Bon Bon. I don't know. And then Bootopia, the crack pipe straw. You are not too far off. You are not too far off. It is made at a head shop. These were also bonbons. Loriander wants me to taste it straight. I'm gonna taste it straight. Let's taste it straight. Let's put it into a little pineapple right here. We're gonna taste it straight. Ooh, it is thick. It really is thick. I feel like, oh God. It smells horrible. It really does not smell good. If I was BG, Paul says this deserves a wow. So let's hit it. Wow. Okay, let's taste this straight. I don't think this is going to be any good. I was not wrong. Oh. Ew. This is a miracle. This is a tiny miracle. The cinnamon by itself is way too strong. It's disgusting. You can almost taste the cinnamon oil when you taste it by itself. In the drink with the Martinique rum, I think this is delicious. I think it's great. Kyle, come get your drink. Sorry, we have a lot to get done. This is a definite buy. I would say you can use this in a ton of other things as well. I mean, the possibilities are circling through my brain. Kyle, we're gonna need from you too. Just go ahead and give us a taste and then let us know what you think. Now, Kyle may not like this as much because there is no orange. He's making. It's like he went to sleep. I don't know what face he's making. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Ooh, that's a Galike. That's a Galike. Not a Gahate. That's a Galike. And listen, I get it. It's big flavors. It's a little higher than a Galike. It's a little higher than a Galike. Okay. So it's like a Galike and a half. It's big flavors, and the cinnamon is something to sort of contend with. Don't drink it all then. Don't stick your tongue out at me. I want that one. That's the one I want. Okay. Usually I give those drinks to Kyle and he drinks them all, but sometimes I want them. I highly recommend. Kyle thinks no, but I think yes. So I say go. So the rum agricole is the star. So the rum agricole isn't the star. It's it's necessary to be in that drink because so if you just use a white rum, you're going to run into some real problems. If you just use like a Bacardi, you're going to run into some real problems because you're going to start to get that cinnamon oil, which is not great. You kind of have to use this as if it's a big invasive ingredient. Use it the same way. I mean, you have to use more of it, but use it the same way. Thinking about it like maraschino liqueur. Maraschino liqueur by itself is horrible, but when you are able to add it and have it be a balanced rest of your flavor, it ends up working really well. So I wouldn't say the agricole is the. No, we're saying that one again. I wouldn't say that agricole is the star, but I do think that agricole is necessary, or at least something big like an agricole. Maybe a demerara would work there. I mean, you need. You know what? Honestly, I think a 151 would work really well in that. Find a rum that definitely has some flavor and definitely has some personality. Something that will, steal your wallet and your wife. This right here is what we're going into next. Falernum. Now, I have Falernum. I want you to notice the difference between these guys. First of all, this one's full because I am a snob. Let me just answer this real quick. Smith & Cross. That's exactly what would work well in here, Loriander. Finding a Smith & Cross, finding any of those big fat Jamaican rums with a lot of funk, a lot of dunder, all that stuff. That would be what you're looking for. Okay, I have Falernum. You guys notice that this says Falernum, and then this says Falernum, and yet these two could not be more different. This is the Velvet Falernum by John D. Taylor. This is the preferred flavor, the preferred Falernum at Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. This is the one we use more than anything because it is shelf stable. We don't use Falernum every day in this bar, so I need something that's shelf stable. That's the downfall of having a bar that doesn't have any customers. Is that I have to use shelf-stable stuff, otherwise I'm going to be throwing stuff out. Now, this stuff will only last me for 90 days after I open it. So, is this stuff ideal for my bar? No. Is it a smart idea that I am opening up all 4 of them in one night, and now I have 90 days, the clock, the countdown, 90 days has started now to use all of them? Probably not. But you know what? That's what we're doing. We had to do it at some point. We're going to do it today. This is Falernum. Falernum really just has to have that lime, that clove, that a little bit of almond. That is crazy. This smells like not 3.5-star Chinese food. We all can agree, right? If you're looking for a Chinese food place, the best places to go to are 3.5 stars, right? Because it's just authentic enough to not get 5 stars, but it's healthy enough to not get 1 star. Or not healthy like it's going to make you run faster. Healthy like you're not going to die of dysentery from that. And then there's expensive Chinese food. We're talking about you're going to P.F. Chang's, etc. It's that stuff that that's not Chinese food. This smells like that stuff. This smells like P.F. Chang's. This smells very much like orange chicken at P.F. Chang's. Not because it tastes like orange. Is there orange in here? No. Let's go through. That is really interesting. It smells a lot like Chinese food. Let's go through the ingredients. This has got cane sugar and water. So a big old sugar bomb here. Then brown sugar, which is sucrose and invert sugar. Then it contains 2% or less of the rest of this stuff. Lime juice concentrate, rum. There's rum in here. Love that. Wait, what's our ABV? Oh, less than 2%. So I guess you don't even have to write it down on here. So I guess if kids are trying to get wasted, they want to drink 1,000 of these, don't do that. That sounds like a really bad idea. Ginger root. I bet it's the ginger. Xanthan gum, citric acid, clover bud oil, pure almond extract. Wow, that is something else. Okay, well, the drink we're making today is called the Gold Coast. We have made the Gold Coast on this show before, but we're going to make it again today. Let's see how we do. Drink the rest of that. Okay. How are we doing this? We need 3/4 of an ounce of Reynolds Falernum. So put in 3/4 of an ounce of some BG Reynolds Falernum. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Maybe this is the best one to do it on. You guys can see that there's like chunkules all the way through this. That usually either the sign something has gone horribly wrong, or that you are using the real stuff. Like, I bet that's ginger root powder. I bet that's what that those little chunkules are. Okay. Oh, I need this because that's the recipe. We need 1 1/4 ounce of Spanish style rum. I have some. We're gonna have to dig for a touch. Just put that there. We're just gonna have to reach back here and get everything out. Not stolen. Right here, I have. Oh, should I do Zacapa? You know what? We're gonna do Zacapa instead. There we go. Moving this around here. Now this is, of course, put these guys back. No, put these guys down here. Just. This is Zacapa 23. When we're talking about Spanish style rum, we're usually looking for one word, and it's this guy. It's Solera. It's the Solera system. It's an aging system. Oh, we are running out of Zacapa. It's an aging system for rum. It basically is using older rum to help age younger rum. That's the Spanish style. So that's what we're looking for. We need 1 1/4 ounces. We're just gonna sort of eyeball that 1/4 ounce. Asking if that is Glenn's bottle. I don't think he's here anymore. No, this is my bottle. I did buy it because he mentioned how much he likes Zacapa, but we did not do it. Okay, we need 1/2 ounce of triple sec. We're gonna skip triple sec. We're gonna sort of go right into this. Oh, let's get rid of this guy right here. Bloop. This is Grand Gala. Grand Gala, of course, another type of orange liqueur. Go ahead and put in 1/2 ounce of some triple sec or orange liqueur of your liking. Okay. We then are going to break into our pineapple juice. Now, of course, we would prefer to have, fresh pressed pineapple juice. We don't today. We're using this guy. It is 100% pineapple juice by our friends, the Dole Boys. Put that there. We need 1 ounce of some pineapple juice. Put this back over here. And then we need to get into our lemon juice. Let me say hello to my niece, Abby. Hello, Abby. And let me say hello to Susan. Hello, Susan. Abby and her are watching this. Abby is not old enough to be watching this, but it's her Uncle T. So, come on. She and I hang out. We talk the talk. We walk the walk. We're going to go ahead and cut a lemon right here. We need 3/4 of an ounce. Is this the smallest lemon you've ever seen? Yeah, it's one of them. It's up there for smallest lemon you've ever seen. So small, in fact, that we're going to use the lime squeezer for it to get 3/4 of an ounce of some lemon juice out. We might get 3/4 of an ounce of a full lemon. That is not enough juice from one lemon. There it is. Perfect. Throw in the lemon juice there. Whoop. And there we go. This is a Gold Coast. This is a Gold Coast right here. We've made Gold Coast before. We're going to see how much this Falernum sort of matters in this. This certainly seems to, at this point, have more, have bigger flavors in it than the John D. Taylor one. Lots of ice. Lots and lots of ice. There we go. Give this a shake. And go. Crack that open. It does call for a very special glass. Turns out we happen to have that special glass. That special glass It's one of these guys. It's a pearl diver glass. Pour, open. Immediately regret your choices, and then pour through one of these guys. We would like it. We would prefer it if we could have pineapple fronds, pineapple stuff. I just have some dried pineapple that we're going to throw into here. Yeah, Loriander's making a good point. This doesn't feel like much of a pre-made, quick, easy cocktail. Had to use 4 or 5 extra ingredients. Yeah, I don't... So, I think 2 of these tonight are pre-made cocktails. I think that the Beachcombers... technically, let's put it like this. I think the Mai Tai is a pre-made cocktail. I think that's sort of what we're going for with that Mai Tai, is that that's a pre-made cocktail. This one is a tiki ingredient. So, you know, use this the same way you would use Falernum in any other cocktail. And the next one we're using is grenadine. So use that one like you'd use grenadine. I don't think these are meant to be pre-made at this point. These are just their versions of popular tiki syrups. So if, like me, you find the John D. Taylor to be exactly what you need in a tiki cocktail, because it's shelf stable, it has all the flavors, keep going with that. But if you want something with a little bit more like oomph that will definitely go bad in 90 days, hey, I got a syrup to sell you. This is called the Gold Coast with BG Reynolds Falernum. That's delicious. Let me just say out loud though. Oh, there it is. Give me a second. I found it. It's a spicier Falernum. It is definitely, no doubt about it, there is more spice to this Falernum than other Falernums. Might try with lime. I don't think that you need more lime in this. We didn't put lime. We put lemon. Yeah, Bootopia is saying this would be a good battle box test. I think that's probably true. I think we could probably find one more Falernum and battle box this, because this is really interesting. What's the name again of the glass you're drinking from? Want to buy it? This is called a Pearl Diver glass. Moose. It's called a Pearl Diver. It's a classic tiki drink, but almost nobody makes a Pearl Diver anymore because of the gardenia mix that's needed for it. Pearl Diver mix consists of butter and honey and like a bunch of spices, allspice and whatnot. Very difficult to make and very difficult to keep. It's good. Listen, they've sent on the back of the bottle, which is what we're judging today anyway, they've sent a very nice cocktail. The Gold Coast is great, perfect for Falernum. I got no problem with it. In order to really figure this out, though, we are going to have to battle box some Falernum. So if anybody else has another Falernum they think I should try, we should do it, because a Falernum battle box might be the best part for this. Which brings me to, I guess, the next point, which is I also think that with our grenadine, which is what we should have been doing next, we should probably battle box that too. We've battle boxed grenadines before. Now let's just make the drink quick. Kyle, do you want to come get this? Out of 10, I would say this is a, I think with canned pineapple juice, it is a 6.5. With fresh pineapple juice, I think we bumped that up to a 7.5. It's tough to really taste the Falernum in there. Look for the cinnamon in there and see what you can find with what you're up to. Yes, Sean, Bonbon, you need to mail me. Yes, if you guys can. Oh gosh, here comes this one. Wow, I've never seen Kyle's face light up like that. Through the mask, I could tell he was smiling. That's a good one. Yeah, okay, Kyle. You know what? I think I think we might end on that one. We have one more thing to drink, which is this grenadine, which sounds really good, but I have grenadine. So I think it's going to be more important to add this to our grenadine battle box than anything else. Yeah, yes, end on that one. Yeah, because I think so grenadine I'm excited about. In this one they talk about, so I'll just read you the ingredients. Cane sugar, water, pomegranate juice, and hibiscus concentrate. Hibiscus concentrate is what I'm most interested in this. Can it be that we could find a really interesting grenadine that is different? For anybody that listened to my little chats, I had a little chat at Tiki Oasis. I talked about how I didn't start in bars. I didn't start in tiki bars. I started in dark, candle-lit, red wood bars. I started, like, that's the kind of place I started at. So my instinct, because that's the way I grew up, my first language in bartending is always going to sort of tend towards, what do you even call that? Like classics, like old classic cocktails. And hibiscus doesn't show up in a ton of old classic cocktails. So I've always made my grenadine with things like orange flower water and rose water. If we can find a way to make hibiscus a part of our grenadine, maybe, that might be a blind spot of mine. And BG Reynolds, Blair, our good friend Blairy, he thinks it might be. I talked too long, and my social contract with you guys is that I keep you for an hour. I don't want you guys to think like, oh God, we're going to show up to Kush's thing, and suddenly he's talking so much, and he's going on for longer than an hour. To the 4 people watching over on Instagram, what's up? Loriander. 1883 Falernum, Bitter Truth Golden Falernum, and Mary Brizard Falernum. Okay, so I don't know 1883 Falernum. I know Bitter Truth, and I know Marie Brizard. I think I have some Marie Brizard bottles back here. Okay, of those 3, Loriander, tell me which one you think, because now we have some Falernum to try, some fresh Falernum from BG Reynolds, which... doing this show on the internet, people on the internet tend to have opinions. And when I tell them that I do a tiki show, they always say, "Oh, have you tried BG Reynolds? It's the stuff. It's the tiki. It's the tiki juice." So I've heard about this for a long time. So I'm excited to put it up against each other. Dr. Taco MD, who of course is a tiki aficionado, like all of you guys, says that the velvet is the most traditional. Okay, traditional sometimes, Dr. Taco, can get you in trouble. I mean, that's what I'm saying is I am an old-timey bartender. I am certainly, I think even though I've just recently shaved, I do think that I can get my mustache still to curl a little bit. My mustache, no matter what, will at least curl a little bit. I have that in my genes. I have red light or amber light red votives. I have that pumping through my bartender genealogy. And that can get me in trouble in tiki, because maybe finding the new thing is the way to go. Dr. Doctor wants to know if I want Falernum or Falernum. That's hilarious. Are there online fights about this? Because I want in. I want to be part of that. Falernum or Falernum. You know what we'll do? I'll tell you what we'll do. Bon Bon has a killer recipe. Bon Bon, send me that recipe. I will make your Falernum. We will do the Falernum from BG Reynolds, and we will do a homemade Falernum, and we'll see if we can get it going. It's a lime liquor, not an overly spiced liqueur. Or it's a lime liqueur, not an overly spiced liqueur. It has notes. Yeah. So this, Dr. Taco, is certainly a spicy liqueur. It is certainly But you know what, Dr. Taco? Let me just say real quick. I mean, this is just, you guys don't mind. Dr. Taco and I are going to have a quick talk. Quick taco. Smells a lot like lime. Smells a lot like lime. Yeah. It has no light spices. Yeah, Taylor's is certainly spiced. But let's get the nose out. Yeah. Those spices and overly spiced liqueurs are nice. It's just not Falernum at that point. Yeah. Listen, I think you're right. You know, absolutely. We can get caught in that trap sometimes. Obviously, Falernum has a place in history. When I am at a bar and I'm making a thing like, I don't know, a daiquiri, and somebody says, this doesn't taste like a daiquiri, this tastes like lime, rum, and sugar. And I say, well, that's what a daiquiri is. We have to understand where the daiquiri lives in history. This is what I think is the best thing of the daiquiri. I think a daiquiri should be rum, lime, and sugar, 2 1/3 quarters or 2 1/2 maybe. That's what I think. But other people might not think that. Other people might think, I think a daiquiri comes in a huge Eiffel Tower thing that I wear around my neck and walk around the strip in Las Vegas. That's also a daiquiri to them. So we'll battle box this. I think it's important that we do some homemade Falernum. I've been threatening to make homemade Falernum for a while anyway. We've done that. We will do this one. I'm just gonna put her face up real quick while this is my mom calling me right now while she's watching this. We'll answer. Hello? Hello? Mom, you butt dialed me. So hang up. Anyway. Yeah, Dr. Taco, listen, this is going to be the age-old question. Makes a great drink, but if you want traditional, I come from tradition. I love a tradition. I come from tradition. So we're gonna see. Maybe my dusty ass palate is gonna prefer the John D. Taylors. I have been a John D. This has been a John D. Taylor family for many, many moons. That's why we battle box. That's why we meet every Saturday. Sunday, get out of here. The NFL. College football's back, baby. So we got 2 battle boxes coming up now. Apparently, we're now going to do a battle box for Falernum. We're going to do some homemade. We're going to do the BG Reynolds, which is certainly a new style of Falernum. No doubt about it. This is new style. And then we're going to go with the old classic. That is old style. We're going to go new style, old style, homemade, and we're going to go. No, listen. Don't you dare end this rant, Dr. Taco. Nothing against Blair. Great guy. I never met him, and I learned a lot about him in the last 2 days. He seems like a good guy. He's got a new style. Blair is making new style Falernum. That's what we want. Okay, we're going to battle box it because I can't, I don't know what we're doing beyond that. Okay, what are we doing the rest of the week? Tuesday, we're hanging out. Thursday, we're hanging out. Saturday, we're hanging out. What are we doing those days? Tiki Tuesday, Thirsty Thursday, and Saturday. I am trying my very best. I've canceled on twice. Let me just show you what we got. Ugh. I have this great rum maker coming out of Mexico. A guy named Abel. Super, super good guy. I met him at the Arizona Tiki Oasis. He sent me 3 bottles of delicious different types of rum. So some aguardiente and then some rum, and maybe one of them is even is almost a tequila. I don't know what. He's gonna have to walk me through them. I have not opened them, but I'm trying to get Abel back on the show because I've canceled on him twice now. Because once because there was a death in my family, and then the other one because my whole system didn't work. We're gonna get this right though. We're gonna get our good friend Abel to come on the show. We're gonna chat. I don't know what day that is, but that's coming up. Beyond that, we're going to do a battle box. Maybe we'll do a battle box on... I won't have time to make the Falernum in that time. Listen, Tiki Tuesday is this Tuesday. Thirsty Thursday is this Thursday, and we have a Saturday show. We have a full week of shows coming up. This stuff is spectacular. So we're gonna figure it out. In the end, let's all hang out. Can we hang out? Let's meet back here on Tuesday to make some tiki drinks and chit chat about what the world needs. Old style, nude style. Nude style, I believe I just said. That's a completely different Falernum. We don't need any nude style. And that's what we got. Oh, I've also reached out. Let me just say, I've reached out to a few different Pisco companies. We made a Pisco drink on Mixed Cocktail Hour this last week. And a couple of our cocktail diehards, Shawnee P and Tiki Tom, both said they didn't know much about Pisco. I know enough about Pisco, but you guys don't care to hear about it from me anymore, I don't think. So I'm trying to get a Pisco expert on the show. If there is a Pisco that any of you guys want to have on the show, let me know. I will reach out to them as well. But right now I've reached out to a few of the big ones. Hopefully we can get somebody on the show to talk about almost kind of, could we consider it rum's cousin? A little bit, probably could. Avery loves Pisco. I love Pisco too. I really do like Pisco. It's expensive. It's expensive and it's hard to put into things. You can't just substitute one to one for rum. So we got to find new ways to do it. Anyway, as always, you guys are the greatest. We are going to end the show here because I don't know how to bring people on after the show is done. So we will figure it out at one point. But until then, I will say thank you guys for showing up. Remember, these classes will always remain free, but if you can help out the show, there's a couple ways you can do it. First of all, if you really like helping out financially, right down in the description of the YouTube and I believe the Facebook, there is my Patreon. The Patreon keeps this show going. This show does not, as it turns out, turn a profit. So in order to keep this thing going, it's a labor of love. It's a labor of love. Financial help is super helpful. So you need to become a Patreon, or send a couple bucks through Venmo or through PayPal, whatever those guys, whatever those are up to. If you can't do that, a great thing you can do is share this show, talk about the show, post this show. I don't care if you cut up this show yourself and put fart noises all the way through it. Just post it and send it to your friends. The bigger the bigger the audience gets, the more we get pushed up in the algorithm, the more likely we are to ever make this a real thing. And the last thing you can do is exactly what you're doing right now, which is show up. We do classes Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays here at Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. We are on YouTube, TikTok. We're not on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch, and we're on Kick. I think those are the four that we are live. Oh, and we're on Instagram Live. Show up and just say hi. It always makes the bar feel better and more full when you guys are hanging out. Until then, why don't we look each other deep in the eyes and we ask that age-old question. Oh, dang, we should have been better here. We ask the age-old question.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
Are you Dr. Jinga Jenga? We're going to find that Dr. Jinga Jenga one day. But until then, let me say to you guys.
Bye!
Goodbye.
Oh, shots fired! Oh!
Wanted to take a picture of the light plugger? How about three, please? Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Okay, okay.